It's nearly a Category 5, although it doesn't look like it'll get there. Now, let's just quickly go back to Friday night when it first made landfall over Coburg Peninsula. That was the earliest cyclone on record for the Northern Territory in a season. There it is, passing just north of Darwin Saturday night. Thankfully, it wasn't a direct hit. It's intensified, though, over the last couple of days. Cat 4 right now, maximum gust 270 kilometres per hour. Once it gets to 285, it would become a Cat 5. It is expected to weaken, though, as it's making landfall this evening on the northeast Kimberley coastline. And there is the cyclone warning from the border to just to the east of Columbaroo. Let's have a look at the radar because it really shows exactly where the system is. You can see where the eye is and the circulation around. So the centre of Fina now is less than 50 kilometres off the coast. The good news is this is basically an unpopulated stretch of the coastline, so we're not expecting any damage. There are no towns in that region, although there will be, destructive winds to the vegetation and torrential rain and flooding. Once the system does make landfall, it will rapidly weaken. By the time it gets near Columbaroo tomorrow, it should be back to a tropical low. That means that town is unlikely to see any damage from wind, although there will be an increase of rain and storms. Melissa.
OK, Tom, let's head to the east now. How long will this storm outbreak last?
Well, we're expecting severe storms on most days this week, in fact. Now, let's have a look at the current radar with the warning. Some nasty-looking storms moving through the Northern Rivers district over the last couple of hours, and they're pushing across the border into the Gold Coast. So there's warnings right now for hail, damaging winds and flash flooding. These storms will continue to move further north, so Brisbane could be impacted a little bit later this afternoon. Here's the forecast rain. You can see that activity just dying down tonight near the border there. So overnight, we shouldn't have too many storms. Tomorrow, storms will build up once again through much of northern and central New South Wales and through Queensland. The focus tomorrow should be just inland from the coast, and like today, there's a pretty good chance we'll have damaging winds, hail and also flash flooding. We'll keep going with the forecast rain. Again, those storms, well, they're just shifting towards the north tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, they'll fire up again. We've got a warm, humid atmosphere. It's really unstable this week. And again, on Wednesday, it's pretty much guaranteed we'll have warnings in northern New South Wales and through central and southern parts of Queensland for damaging winds, large hail and flash flooding. More severe storms Thursday. Friday might be the only day this week when we don't have severe storms through this part of the country. And altogether over the next 5 days, more than 50 millimetres should fall around southeast and the central parts of Queensland, and some isolated heavy falls as well through northern New South Wales. Melissa.
Well, as if that wasn't enough to keep you busy, Tom, a heat wave has also spread across much of the interior, but temperatures are expected to peak today.
They are peaking. Here are the maximums so far today. We've hit the mid-40s through many inland parts of Queensland and northeast South Australia. Here's a couple of examples of what's going on. Longreach 46, Oodnadatta 46. For both towns, that's less than 1 degree off an all-time spring record, and we may not have quite hit the maximum so far today. But the temperatures, well, they'll be again hitting the mid-40s tomorrow before it starts to cool down. So that heat wave is extreme, the darker shading there through parts of Queensland. An extreme heat wave means it can be dangerous even for healthy people. But as we move into the middle part of the week, because of an increase in cloud cover, we'll just start to see those temperatures dropping. So it goes back to a low-intensity heat wave for the period Wednesday to Friday, remembering a heat wave is always over a 3-day period. But still, Wednesday to Friday, there are pockets where it's a severe heat wave for parts of the East Coast. Melissa.